Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson, and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for 𝗧𝗵𝗲 and today's coaching video is called Men Must Chase in the Beginning. Now, as many of you guys know, these coaching videos is when one of you guys writes into me, and if I think it's a video or an email that would be beneficial to my viewers and subscribers, I answer it in a video. And in this particular email I got from a viewer, he had been seeing this girl for a couple months, things are going really well, and she kind of disappeared a little bit. And he wasn't really sure what was going on, so he didn't chase her, he did his own thing like he was supposed to do, and eventually she reached out to him again and essentially told him that the reason why he hadn't heard from her is because he wasn't chasing her. And I know I say a lot in my videos, and other coaches say this too, that you shouldn't be chasing women, but you have to understand that you do have to chase women in the very beginning and get the courtship kicked off and get it up and running before those chasing dynamics can turn around. So I'm going to go through his email and see where he could clean some things up and give him some tips on how to move forward. But if you guys need my personal help and you're interested in some private coaching, please head over to my website at 𝗧𝗵𝗲 click on the coaching tab, and there you will see that I have several options for you to choose from. I offer emergency email coaching that includes a response from me on weekends and holidays, and I also offer both bi-weekly and monthly email coaching where I will work with you throughout that time period. Additionally, I offer phone coaching for my U.S. clients. Now, if you live outside the U.S., I will have a phone or Skype coaching option for you sometime in the future, but for right now, if you need my help, email coaching is the way to go. And I will post the links to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. So let's get on to his email. He says, "Hey Erik, this girl I was talking to for a good 2 months. We hung out a couple times and started heavy with sex, but due to work, both of us were pretty busy. I never really texted her to begin with, and she would always be the one to initiate contact." Well, that's great. I mean, her wanting lots of sex and initiating contact so much is a sign of a high level of attraction. In other words, she was really digging you. I did set up a date with her, to which she kept pushing the time to later and later and ended up canceling on me. She had her daughter. I did respond calmly with, "For sure. Haven't heard from her since. LOL." Well, I can't say for sure in this particular case, but sometimes women play a little hard to get, especially in the beginning of the courtship, just to see how much you really like her and how much you're going to pursue it and try to make this all work. But you want to remember, it's not about pretending that you don't like her, because women love to be wanted and desired by a man who they really like. It's really just about not overdoing it by putting her up on a pedestal and making her your sole focus with nonstop texting and talking. You did the right thing by attempting to set a date, and she was making it difficult for whatever reason. I mean, maybe her excuses were legit. It's difficult for women with children to be available right when you want them to. So in this case, it would have been best to wait a week or so and try to arrange another date rather than just letting it go. He continues here, "Obviously, I did my own thing in that time. Perfect. On my birthday, I went clubbing with friends and was in hella videos, Snapchat videos. The next day, she had posted a picture of her quote-unquote sexy dinner date on her stories. Made me a bit jealous, no lie, but I chose to ignore it." Yeah, unless you're in a committed or an exclusive relationship with a woman, you can't get upset when she's dating other men. Lots of guys do that. You're not in a committed relationship. I mean, you should be dating other women as well until the girl you like the most begins to try and lock you down. It's good to keep your options open and not to become so fixated on one woman until the courtship progresses and she begins hinting at a commitment. And even then, you still want to be objective until you're sure this is the girl for you. He says, 3 weeks went by until I heard from her again. She invited me. Now, I just wanted to point this out. You did some dating with her or had some sort of romance going on, and then she began to make it a bit difficult for you. You then pulled back, let her come to you. You remained patient. You didn't start blowing up her phone or showing up unannounced, especially seeing that she was out on a date with someone else. And look what happened. She took the initiative and reached out to you. And she did this because she likes you. She has a high level of attraction, and you didn't become unhinged because you haven't heard from her or because she was seeing other guys. I tell so many of you guys to just relax and remain confident and patient when women do this sort of thing. Any woman that likes you will not let you get away, at least not permanently. He says, we hung out at the bar. I made her buy my drinks since I haven't heard from her in a long time. She was excited to introduce me to her family. Well, there's nothing wrong with having her pay for some drinks and whatnot. I mean, she invited you out after all. You just don't want to make a habit out of this. I mean, the courtship is initiated by the man, and traditionally, this means that you're footing the bill for the dates. But having her pay for something every now and then is perfectly fine. In fact, it's a good idea so she doesn't get the idea that you're her personal ATM. I mean, even when I go out on dates, I pay for most of everything, but every now and then, maybe I'll have her pay for a round of drinks or leave the tip when we go out for dinner. I mean, nothing too insane, but it really helps her to understand that, you know, she can't just take out money like you're a bank whenever she needs it. He continues here. She said that she stopped talking to me because she felt like all I wanted is sex. And that is where you went wrong here. You did a great job as far as I could tell, but you didn't chase her enough. You seem to be focused on having fun and leading things into the bedroom like you should be, but you didn't make her feel special and that you cared about anything more than getting her into bed. And that's a key ingredient, making her feel special. Because otherwise, to her, you're just another notch on her bedpost, and she's not going to like that. I jokingly bring up her sexy dinner date, to which she responds, he's not my man at all. He was just a date. But I do need you to start pursuing me and step your game up. The night ends. I'm feeling good. The next day, she hits me up to hang out and flakes again at the last minute. I respond to her text with, I'm not tripping. That was a week ago, and I haven't made contact. Do I keep doing what I've been doing, or do I start chasing? Okay, so she's testing you again to see if you will chase her a little bit. And it's important to understand that in the beginning of the courtship, it is the man's job to do the chasing for the most part. I realize you guys have heard me say to not chase women, but the dominant role here is to take the lead. So it's your job to initiate the courtship, to get the ball rolling. In other words, you have to chase a woman a bit in the beginning stages. Show her that you like her. Show her that you're fun and exciting. Show her that you could sex her up really good. You do not want to chase women when they're putting in little to no effort, making it extra difficult, giving you excuses, and never making herself available. And this doesn't matter if it's in the beginning stages or if you've been together 30 years. That's what I mean when I say that you should never be chasing women. It's when they're not chasing you at all. Now, if you want to put a number on it, ideally when initiating the courtship and getting it off the ground, you will be chasing her probably around 80 to 95% of the time. However, after a few months, if you're doing everything right, you will begin to notice that she will begin chasing you more. This is when the chasing dynamic begins to shift, and once it has completely flipped, you really want her chasing you at least 60% of the time, and you chasing her no more than 40% of the time. Now, you may be thinking, Shouldn't the chasing be 50-50? Well, yes, in a perfect world, it should be 50-50. However, as I've said in other videos, women must look up to her man in terms of sexual market value in order to maintain her attraction. You want to be the catch in her eyes. And when the chasing dynamic is completely equal, she's not looking up to you. When you're chasing her more, outside of initiating the courtship, of course, she will be essentially looking down on you because technically you have her up on a pedestal. And just so you know, the way women chase is much more subtle and indirect than the way men chase. I mean, for the most part, we're very obvious in the way we chase a woman, but women are typically not as obvious. Women will more or less find a way to put themselves in your orbit. You know, maybe they will contact you just to say hi, or just happen to show up at the same place where you are, or plot out some plan to make sure that you are both at the same place at the same time. From there, they are hoping you will get the hint and do something about it. So a woman chasing is much less obvious than a man chasing a woman. So just to give you a rundown here, this is typically how it goes if you're doing everything right. You meet a girl and get her number or arrange a date. The date goes well, there's a spark and a connection. You clearly like each other. You keep phone or computer contact to a minimum while arranging a date approximately once a week until she begins to mention wanting to see you more. You're not pretending that you're not interested or that you don't like her. You're just not making it super obvious. In other words, she's pretty sure that you like her, but there's still a bit of a question mark behind it. Now, after you've been on several dates, especially if you've slept together, she will slowly begin to initiate contact with you more and more, hinting at wanting to see you more. In other words, she's starting to chase you just a little bit, but it's subtle. And this is typically a signal that she wants you to arrange a date or getting together in some way, shape, or form. And this is when you can slowly begin to back off on initiating contact with her so much. In other words, the chasing dynamic is slowly turning around. However, it's still your job to arrange and plan dates, initiate sex, and so on. As the man, you still have to take the lead. However, at this point, she's making it super easy for you because it's really her that's chasing you. And she's doing this by putting herself into your orbit. Now, if a woman isn't putting herself into your orbit or blatantly suggesting that you spend time together, then she's either not interested or she's expecting you to chase her a little bit. Maybe she's playing a little bit of a game here, but it's just the way it is. And you can chase her a little bit in order to get the courtship back on track or get the courtship on track or get the courtship back on track. But like I mentioned before, if she's not putting in effort and making herself available, then you don't want to be wasting your time. I mean, there are plenty of other girls out there that would be happy to make themselves available for you and spend time with you. You don't want to keep coming at a girl that's not reciprocating. Just chalk it up to it being her loss and go and meet some other women, some new women. So that's basically what you can expect if you're doing everything right and how the chasing dynamic turns around. So if you have found this video helpful or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I would also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol next to it so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, but I also have a link to PayPal if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.